We're up to here in the Mamer v'im kein hachosun v'hakala. We're discussing about the two levels of kavod. It's brought down that sometimes we say kavod, Baruch kavod Hashem mim koimoi, that the kavod Hashem is mim koimoi, is in the world. And then there's another time which it says, Aye mekoim kavod, where is the glory? He explained that there's two levels of kavod, and he explained b'chlal there's two perspectives. There is the perspective milmailo, that lamailo is the yesh and lamata is ayin, that the real existence entities is above and below is ayin. And the other perspective is that the below is the yesh and lamailo is the ayin. He says this is the chosen and the kala. He says ki al kol kavod chosen. You have the level of kala, which is the source of neshamas Yisrael, which is the level of malchus, which has a level of kavod, which always wants to go up, has a desire to go up to Hashem, and you have the kavod of the chosen that is to bring down the hamshocha from l'maylo l'mato. So he says v'im kein. So in that case, hachosen v'hakala heim beis hafochim. The chosen and the kala are two opposites. Shezeh tivoi milmaylo lemato. The nature of the chosen is from above to below. Hamshacha, to bring down from above to below. Vizeh, and this one, the kala, is tivoi milmaylo milmato lemaylo. Over there, the nature is to go up from below to above. Okedugmas mayim ve'eish. This is like water and fire. Water, he said before, yordim mimokum govay l'mokum nomuch. Your water goes from the top, it runs to the bottom. What is eish? Eish goes from the bottom, it goes to the top. Shehem beis hafochim betachlis. They are two opposite, total opposites, fire and water. V'im kein, heich yicholim lihischaber. How are they able to connect, to unite? Al zeh yesh bechinas chupa shelamayla mishneim. For this we have the chupa, which is above both of them. Shehu makif aleihem mebchinas seviv kol ha'amim. The chupa surrounds over them from the level of seviv kol ha'amim. Vayidei ha'ores hamakif hanal shelamayla mishneim, and through the ha'ore, the ray, the shine that comes from that makif, which is higher than both of them, yicholim liyizchaber yachad. They can connect together, even though they are two opposite, total opposite. As it's known on the posik in Eiv, it says Hashem makes peace in those who over there. It's explained that the Meroimov is the Malachim, the Sar Shel Eish and the Sar Shel Mayim, the Gabriel, Michael and Gabriel, who are opposites, Mayim and water, but the Eibishter, Oisha Sholem, because Milamayla higher than both of their Madregas, makes peace between them. Same thing is the idea over here, the Chuppah, which is higher than both, is what brings about peace that connects the Isha, the man and the woman. That's the chuppah which is above them. That is a chuppah which they both, the canopy, which both the chosen and the kala are standing underneath it because that is what is above both of them. But before the chuppah, there's also an individual chuppah. For example, when the chosin places, we'll say in the next Mamer, when the chosin places the cover over the kala, that's sort of a chuppah as well. So there is a personal chuppah for the kala and the chosin, and then there is a general chuppah which includes both of them. Ach, in a bederech prat, in a specific way, yesh shnei chuppahs. There are two canopies. There is a chuppah lechoson and the chuppah lekala. There is a chuppah for the choson and there is the chuppah for the kala. And like the pasuk says, ki al kol kavod chuppah, that for every kavod, whether it's the kavod of the choson or the kavod of the kala, is the chuppah. V'hainu, that means al kol b'chinas kavod mishnei kavod alolu. But on all levels of kavod of these two kavods, shuhu kavod choson, hu kavod kala, which is the choson, the kavod of choson, kavod kala, yesh b'chinas chuppah shuhu malkif. There is a level of a chuppah which is a makif for each one of them. So it's going to explain that there is the chuppah for the kavod kala itself, which is higher than the level of the kavod kala itself. There is the chuppah of the kavod kala. There is a higher madrega. Kala, we said before, is the level of constantly kolo she'eri, level of expiring, milmato lemailo, to elevate, to constantly get closer to Hashem through the level of expiration, kiloyin. But that is a limited level. Then there is the chuppah of that kavod, which is a level of b'chol meidecha higher than the limitations of the kavod of the kala by itself. There is the chuppah of that kavod. Kibichinas kavod kalu mashikosu. When we say the kavod kalu is what the pasuk says, leman yizamercha kavod chulu, so that we will sing for you honor. That's the song of kavod we give to Hashem. So how u'kamekain b'nefesh hu b'chinas ha'ava v'hateshuka hamugabelas b'lev. And likewise, when in the soul, when we talk about the singing of kavod in the soul, that is the level of love and yearning which is limited in the heart. That's limited. V'nikra, and that's called ahavas b'chol nafshecha. The pasuk says, "Ahavtas Hashem Elokecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha." So when we say with all your soul, that is the limited level of kala, of yearning to Hashem. Shuhu b'chinas kli, that level of loving Hashem b'chol nafshecha, that is a vessel shenimshach al yidei ha'hizboinenus b'gedulas haboyre yizborech, that extends through the reflection in the greatness of the Creator, the blessed Creator. Through that hizboinenus, he makes a keli in which becomes a love of b'chol nafshecha. Kamei shekosu, as the pasuk says, noida b'sha'orim baila. So it says, her husband, that is the husband of Knesset Yisrael. It's in the Eishes Chayil. So over there it says that her husband, which is Knesset Yisrael, noida is known, literally it means in the gates, b'sha'orim, but here the Zohar teaches that kol chad To each person according to what he can imagine in his heart. It comes in a level which each person, depending on his meditation and his reflection in the greatness of Hashem, that is that level of the love. And from this extends a limited love which is limited in the heart. That is the level of Avas B'chol Chupa yet. That's the level of limited. The level of Chupa is Ub'chol Me'oidecho. Masha'ein kein Avas Ub'chol Me'oidecho. Then, as opposed to when we talk about the love of B'chol Me'oidecho, that is the level of love which is very big without a limit. Which means it is not in its possibility. It's not possible to limit it in the heart. Is b'chol me'idecha, higher level of love. That is surrounds him from above. That's like the personal chuppah that goes above. That's the point, the inner point, which is called Re'uso deliba, the Rotzin Halev. There is the Lev, this is the Rotzin, that's the Makiv, B'chol Me'idecha, which is higher. Seek my face as Panecha Avaya Avakish, looking to the Pnimius, which is a higher level. That's why we call it a chuppah. It surrounds, it's on top of the Ava of B'chol Nafshecha, Hanal. Shehi B'chinas Kaved Kala. The Ava is B'chol Nafshecha alone. That is the level of Kaved Kala, the level of Ava from B'chol Nafshecha. But this is Choipa, this is greater of the Kaved Kala, because this love cannot be limited in the heart, and that's why that is the chuppah for the ahava, for the kala, the avas b'chol nafshecha, which is the kaved kala. By mashakosu b'dibra maschil b'yem hashmini gabei shadai v'ayin inyan b'chol me'idecha b'zer chelik beis chav zayin aleph. And this is what is the meaning of B'chol Me'idecha. What is Me'oid? Very much hu b'li gvul. Means unlimited. B'chol Me'idecha, not limited by the keli, but b'li gvul. The re'uso deliba, the pnimis hanefesh. Why do we say b'chol me'oidecha, not just b'chol me'oid? Because it's a chuppah, it's a bli gvul relative to the kelim of the person. Upirush me'oidecha. What is the meaning when we say me'oidecha? Shu me'oid shaloch. That it's your level of me'oid, your level of bli gvul. Shemakiv zeh hurak etzloch. This makif is really only by the person. Shalifi erech koitem eli mehochil oir avezu. Because relatively to the small level of the vessel who cannot contain that love, he bechinas makif. So it's a level of makif it surrounds because that person cannot contain that level of love. So to him, that is moidecho, it's his bligvul, it's beyond his kelim. But it's very possible. One, as opposed to by a person who has very wide kelim, wider kelim. So this Abba can go in an inside. And it's not the role of surrounding. So it's only b'chol moedecha. For you, it's a makif. Hine, bisarusa dilatato, isarusa dileilo. Through the arousal of below is the arousal of, meaning our chuppah, our level of bligvul brings the chosen hashkadosh baruch hu's hamshocha also in a way of bligvul. Shal yidei hachuppah shel hakala, through the individual chuppah of the kala. Shehi bechinas b'chol meidecha now, which is the level of b'chol meidecha that we said before. Azai. You're also arousing the chuppah of the chosin, shu bechinas seviv kol almin, which is the level of seviv kol almin. You give your level, which is higher than your hagbola, than your mamshich milmayla, the level of seviv kol almin. And in that case, mischabrim shnei chuppah sanal yachad, that connects the two chuppahs together, the chuppah of the chosin, the chuppah of the Eberster, the chuppah of the Seviv Kol Almin, together with the higher than Hagbola of the Kala of the Knesset Yisrael, of the person who is practicing B'chol Moedecha higher than his limitation. And once we can connect the two higher levels, the chuppah of the chosin and the chuppah of the Kala, so then automatically the chos and the kala connect together. Even though naturally they're two opposite, because now we're no longer in the opposite. Right now we're actually in the connection through the level of chuppah. Uberabis Parshas Pinchas, the Reisha de Kro Brachulu, the Seder Lech Lecha say Parsha Mem Dalet, and also the say Parshas Vayakel in the Zoyar Chelik Aleph Vayichi Reisha Tesam Aleph Vayakel Reisha Aleph Aleph, and Acharei Nuntes Aleph. Okay, so